Yep, this is our desperate plea for another season of Bleach. I'm Ashley with Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Bleach Bankai.
Tekken Tachikaze!
For this list, we're looking at the second release forms of Zanpakuto used by the characters of this shonen juggernaut. Keep in mind, we'll only be looking at the Bankai that were revealed in the anime only, so sorry manga fans. But who knows, maybe the ending will get adapted at some point in the next century, so we can do a follow-up. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at AshJBo, and while you're there, let me know what your favourite Bankai is. Number 10, Suzumushi Tsuishiki Enma Kōrogi.
Bankai.
Remember when this thing was actually used? Jeez, Tosen was on the villain bandwagon for so long, we actually forgot he was in possession of a Bankai, and an oddly fitting one at that. First shown to us against Kenpachi, this sword creates a self-contained dimension of darkness that numbs the senses of all those caught within, leaving Tosen free to hunt them down like rabbits at his leisure.
It's useless. You are far too slow to counter me.
It's a shame that we couldn't see him dish this out during his antagonist phase, but we're guessing the memory of Kenpachi breaking it still haunts him. Number 9, Konjiki Ashisogi Jizō.
Behold, Konjiki Ashisogi Jizō!
Leave it to the crazy scientist of Soul Society to take your worst nightmares, blend them together, and summon it as his ultimate weapon. Nothing says you're gonna die screaming quite like the sight of a giant insect with a distorted infant's face that breathes out waves of poison. Whether you're crushed under its many ligaments, wholly devoured, or infected with its numerous toxins, this Bankai above all else stands as a true symbol of madness and horror. Then again, that's pretty much Mayuri's calling card.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
As much as I wish I wasn't seeing it.
Number 8, Kokujō Tengen Myō'ō.
Kokujō Tengen Myō'ō!
Now this is how you make an impact. If you thought that Komamura's reveal as a talking bulky wolf was a shocker, then just wait until he summons this colossal set of pitch black armor.
I am nothing but a lowly maggot.
Copying every move the furry captain makes, it does come with the unfortunate side effect of reflecting all the damage it takes onto its master. But the payoff is worth it when you can see just how strong this iron giant really is. After getting that blade brought down on your cranium, it's doubtful you're going to be getting back up again. Number 7, Kamishi no Yari.
Kamishi Nino Yari.
While it's essentially just an upgraded form of Ichimaru's Shinkai, the results are still devastating, to the point that it nearly managed to get one over on both Ichigo and Aizen. Not only can the blade stretch itself up to 13 kilometers, but it can extend and retract at 500 times the speed of sound, allowing him to slice apart anyone or anything faster than they can think. Or, you know, just cut an entire town in half when he feels like showing off. Then there's his ace in the hole, wherein he can leave a slither of the blade inside someone, creating a deadly poison capable of reducing even a self-proclaimed god to mulch.
Kamishi Nino Yari.
Gin, damn you.
You'll die with a hole through your heart. Isn't that what you wanted?
Number 6, Jakuhō Raikōben.
Jakuhō Raikōben!
Soifon may not be a fan of this Bankai on account it's pretty much the antithesis of stealth, but you can't argue with its raw power. Turning her weapon of silent assassination into a magical rocket launcher, the force is great enough to devastate even the strongest of hollows, as well as incinerate everything around them. If the first shot doesn't leave you in pieces, then all she has to do is reload and try again until her target falls victim to the nuclear stinger at her disposal.
See ya.
Number 5, Ryūmon Hōzukimaru. Out of all the non-captains we thought would end up getting their hands on Bankai, Ikkaku was pretty low on the list, but nonetheless ended up becoming a pleasant surprise when he pulled it out of the bag against the Arrancar invaders.
Ryūmon Hōzukimaru!
Going from a simple spear to that of 3 large vicious blades, one of which just happens to be a guillotine that can store and unleash an explosion of potent reishi, the bold ball of luck would have had a much easier time if he had just used this form more often. Alas, his determination to remain in Squad 11 outshines his eagerness to bring out the big guns in a fight.
Are you ready?
Number 4, Hihiō Zabimaru.
Hihiō Zabimaru.
Running parallel to Ichigo's journey, the hot-headed bad boy of the Gotei 13's Bankai is no slouch when it comes to its release form, going from an extendable blade all the way to a giant constructed serpent that can separate into several large fragments and form at will. Not only does this afford Renji plenty of range on the battlefield, but also comes with some serious firepower in the form of a giant laser that can roast any unprepared foes. We'll just forget about the whole part when it got owned on its first use, alright? Number 3, Daiguren Hyōrinmaru.
Bankai. Daiguren Hyōrinmaru.
Possibly the most frequently used Bankai across the entire series, and wouldn't you know it, it belongs to everyone's fan-favorite white-haired child prodigy. Hitsugaya's mastery over his Zanpakuto not only allowed him to unlock his final form in record time, but it's one of the coolest as far as designs go. With icy wings and claws now attached to his body, not only does he look the part of a dragon hybrid, but can also conjure up a whole variety of Sub-Zero techniques that can put anyone on ice. Number 2, Senbonzakura Kageyoshi.
Senbonzakura Kageyoshi.
A barrage of a billion petals that are each as sharp as steel. Byakuya's Bankai is a beautiful death sentence if ever there was one. While trying to outrun or overcome the sea of razor petals is nigh impossible, especially if the Elder Kuchiki increases their speed, that's not the only form his Bankai can take, transitioning into a fleet of swords that he can summon or have hone in whenever he desires. But wait, there's more! Should all else fail, he can summon one last blinding sword, providing an angelic guise meant to smite any foe that has managed to survive so far.
Senbonzakura Kageyoshi.
This can't be happening!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Tensa Zangetsu.
Tensa Zangetsu.
So then, that's it? That little weapon? That's your Bankai?
What else was it gonna be? While originally a hulking black blade that could still do some serious damage, Ichigo's intensive training and burning desire to rescue Rukia managed to unlock its ascended form. While appearing as a simple katana, what this Bankai loses in size, it makes up for in spades with its speed, granting the strawberry increased agility and movement to the point where he can even shred any enemy as though they were paper.
Fight, Nino!
And that's to say nothing of the major upgrade it provided to the Getsuga Tensho. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Watch Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.